There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Juwan Jennings, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
Jacobs will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Glove. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Purdy looking to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Purdy. Flush to his right. Fighting to stay upright. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Look, there's no question in my mind that Jordan Love is a pass-first quarterback, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the wheels to get out of Dodge when necessary. So you will see Green Bay occasionally throw a quarterback run play in there, but for the most part, he'll do his damage with his legs when a play breaks down and he has to get out of the pocket and try and gain yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Love. And Watson has it right side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Purdy now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Purdy sets up to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers have taken the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Here's 2nd and 10. Love now. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play fake. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
Down the right sideline.
And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 12-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On play action, Love to throw. He hits Dobbs on the crosser, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Love looking to throw it.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Again, it's Love. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Purdy looking to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's Samuel, caught left side. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Gets this one to use check. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first-half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing. Love.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Love.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Love from the gun.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Going back to Love. That is caught. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Love, they go play action now.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Love.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
2nd and 10.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This from 25 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 26.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Purdy now to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Here's Purdy.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. The throw taken in by Sims. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On now is the Packers punter. as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Purdy.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Second down and 3. Purdy will look to throw again here. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
And throwing here, Purdy. Samuel bringing in the slant.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Operating from the gun. Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Working out of the gun. Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Love. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Right side to Watson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Love looking to throw it.
That's complete to Dobbs.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And some strong running. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? To throw now. Here's Love. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Up the gut, McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Love now. Short throw. He's got Kraft.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Love.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing. Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Tucker Kraft
from 6 yards away.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Sheds off the tackle.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Samuel.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.